This dive site is called Neptune Memorial Reef. It's right outside Miami. It's like a 10-minute boat ride. You could board a boat in downtown Miami and be here in 10 minutes. And it's a full on it's a full on reef. It's really, really cool. And hook into the water. There's Amanda. Hook into the water. So now we start our descent. It's about 40 feet deep, so it's beginner friendly. It's not so deep that if something goes wrong, you can't self-rescue, and you're not as likely in a depth like this. You're not as likely to run into decompression problems either. I'd say it's beginner friendly. There's a yellowtail snapper. It was hard to tell how big he is. He's probably like 6 to 8 inches in length. Yeah, these structures, they go down clean and then they just become totally encrusted with sponges and algae and certain soft corals. Mostly it's sponges, although although that kind of bushy looking stick thing, that's a soft coral. It's a gorgonian. Those green things are sponges. There's not a whole I haven't noticed a whole lot of true stony corals on it, but you do see them in other. Oh, there's a ray. I didn't even see him. He snuck by. Huh. That's so neat. Yeah, it's so cool. They just dropped in some monuments, and it ended up creating this thriving reef ecosystem. It's really amazing. There wasn't really much here before. It's just a lot of sand, you know. That's a brown chromis right in front. It's normally in big schools, kind of in the water column, but he must have lost his friends and he's down here now. That's someone's monument right there. Yeah, just covered in sponges and soft corals. Those gorgonians, they do have a sting, but it's really weak, and I've never felt the sting. But generally, everything stings. I kind of have some shakes and wobbles in my camera work. I never really filmed much before, and I went and bought one of those floating sticks for $10 and just screwed my camera onto it, and I thought that was gonna be enough, but it's really hard to keep that thing steady. So I tried using it once or twice, and now I've got a proper rig that should really improve my filming in the future. Oh, that's a cool shot. Yeah, that's nice. There's Amanda just taking it in. Yeah, the fish are so used to divers. That's a tang. I think it's a blue tang. And they're a herbivorous fish and they go around grazing on algae. That's a type of damselfish. It's very similar to a sergeant major, but it's different. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Damselfish are hilarious. They're just these small little fish, and they just get so territorial over this little patch on the reef, and they'll just drive off really big fish, or they'll come at divers even. It's amusing. There goes another tang. They also call them surgeon fish because they have a spine on their end of their tail that will poke you if you try to handle them. This is a queen parrotfish, I believe. And that's a goatfish. He's got these little barbels on his snout and he goes rummaging around through the sand looking for a meal. And then these other fish, they hang around him, so when he stirs stuff up, sometimes they find leftovers. There's a barracuda. There's a number of barracudas down here. Yeah, and they're just hanging out. They're big. They're about the length of my arm, probably. Look at them turn to take a look at me. Yeah, I was a little intimidated by them. They got some big teeth. They're not necessarily aggressive with people, but they are known to bite. There have been cases of bites. That guy's got a hook in his mouth. This is a type of boxfish. I can't really remember what it's called exactly. I didn't really want to hassle him too much because he was swimming out in the sand kind of alone, so I didn't want to drive him off the reef. There's Amanda. Yeah, this is a stingray. If you look down his tail a little ways, you see that thing sticking up? That's a spine. It's a poisonous spine. So you don't want to get stabbed by that. It's really painful, I've heard. This guy's really quiet and calm. We're able to get right up to him. Got this other diver in the shot so as to kind of give some scale. People who designed this apparently put in a lot of effort to try to make everything become a nice ecosystem. Like, it'll look good and it's nice for people to visit, but it'll also make a good ecosystem for the animals. This damsel of the Sergeant Major, he just drives off that fish, see that? This cave belongs to him. I actually had a Sergeant Major. I had a few of them in a fish tank once when I was in the Caribbean. I just caught them at the beach and kept them in a tank for a while and then put them back when they started getting bigger. I was trying to find a nice shot here, and I think it is cool and I like it. It's just a little shaky, which disappoints me. Oh, this is a cleaner station. This queen parrotfish is being cleaned by those juvenile wrasses, those small yellowfish. But then I messed it up. The current blew me in too tight, so it scared them off. Those smaller fish are picking for parasites on that fish. Yeah, that fish will swim up to them and let them eat the parasites off it. And it's win-win for everybody except the parasites. This might be one of the biggest parrotfish I've seen like this close to me. Like this one was huge. That's a cool shot. Nice. Yeah, it's just like you're swimming in ruins. Yeah, some sunken ancient city, perhaps of Atlantis or something. You're just exploring. That's a moray eel, a green eel. A green moray. The current was kind of weird and I had trouble, like, videoing him without accidentally getting blown in too tight. They're kind of intimidating. They've got big mouths with big teeth. This is a hogfish. A type of hogfish. You can see him blowing the sand right through his gills when he takes a bite. That's a rock beauty, that little yellow guy. Yeah. It's a type of angelfish. It's sort of a dwarf angelfish. It doesn't get as big as some of the kind of the flagship angelfish. There's the goatfish working hard. I keep interrupting him. Oh, here we go. There. Now he's going. This is a scorpion fish. It's a predator fish that just blends in with the reef and waits for something to swim by, and then he grabs it. It's amazing, their camouflage. They look just like the rock and the things around them. Yeah, it's amazing how good their camouflage is. It really is. I don't remember what this guy's called, but he's kind of cute. He's just getting blown around in the current trying to find a meal. Oof, shake. Clean angelfish. This might be one of my favorite fish to see. I like the fluorescent colorings it has. I believe that their main diet is sponges. This is a brain coral. This is a true stony coral. And these things will turn into boulders the size of a car event over time. I couldn't get it. I zoomed right in, but this camera doesn't do tight shots very well. It does so much and so well, but it won't go tight. I have another camera that goes tight, so I just have to take two cameras with me now. It's just a fun place to dive. Oh, what is this? I didn't understand what I was seeing at first because it's like there's this stick poking out of the sand. It made no sense. Oh, it's a stingray. There's just so much wildlife in here. It's really, really fun. Yeah, this is a fun dive site to go to. I look forward to going back. This is a type of pufferfish. He's pretty shy. Lots of times they'll let you swim right up to them and take a good look. They'll be sitting under a ledge or something. It's a school of French. What did I call those again? They're French grunts. French grunts are the yellow ones. Yeah, that's right. French grunts are the yellow ones. And then there's a different species there as well. I don't know them though. I have to bone up on my fish identification, obviously. This is a trumpet fish. They're a predator. You often see them floating vertically with their head down, pointed down. Yeah, they kind of just blend in with the reef. This camera takes nice pictures, nice video. This just looks good. Well, you can just get such good cameras for an affordable price nowadays. It's always good to look under ledges because you never know what you'll see. You'll find sharks or crabs and lobsters, just all sorts of different stuff. There's some monuments to some people. Semper Fi. I was able to find her obituary actually. She's from Florida. So we've run out of time and the dive is over. Usually, these have always been pretty good dives here. The water's so warm in the summer. It's like a bathtub. And they've just been fun dives. I'm always sad when it's over. but either running out of air or you've been down an hour or so. So it's time to go. And you do a safety stop on this one, so that's what we're gonna do now. And then you go to the surface and this is just a tagline to get to the boat easier. And yeah, now we board the boat. One last look at a school of fish, and now it's back to reality. Yeah, and there I am getting out of the water, and then now we head back. Yeah. Oof, that video did not turn out very good. I had to adjust the color a lot and didn't turn out very good on this. But anyways, it doesn't matter. That's Miami right there. To the left is downtown Miami, and then to the right is, I believe it's Surfside, probably something like that. But yeah, 10-minute boat ride from downtown Miami, and you can find that. So I recommend it. It's a good time. Yeah, have a good night.